I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had really high hopes for this project before I started it, but like 30 seconds into actually trying to make it, I knew I was headed downhill, and never quite stopped going downhill. So if you're looking for like a nice professional, relaxing woodworking video, this is not it. I'd click out now if I were you. But if you want to see me struggle for 4 minutes, stay tuned. I've had this chunk of sycamore drying for I think 2 years, um, and I've never played with wood this hard before. I mean, it was insane how hard it was to split this. But eventually we got her split, and from there I took off the corners, which would leave me with kind of a mallet looking piece of wood. Then I cleaned up the rough shape with a little hatchet before I brought it inside to clean it up with some chisels and a hand plane. And once everything's all clean and chamfered, we'll start to drill a hole through the top with a hand drill to try to look old-fashioned. And once that doesn't work, try a little bit more, sweat on it, and then switch over to an electric drill. Power through it, switch back to a hand drill to try to convince YouTube that you did it by hand, and then cut out the handle for the mallet. And this is an old shovel handle. No idea what kind of wood it is, but it's really dry, really hard. It also has some cracks in it, but yep, that's what we went with. Once our handle's roughed out to shape, we're going to cut a slit down the center of it, about 1.5 inches deep, and drill a hole at the bottom of that slit. This will be for our wedge. The wedge is made out of some oak, nothing special, just sharpen a sliver of wood. And then we'll put everything together. It's pretty simple. You stick the handle into the mallet head and make sure that that slit is in line with the hammer. Honestly, I don't think it matters all that much what the direction is. I cracked my head anyways. Yeah, do whatever you want. You'll drive that wedge into that slit, and that basically broadens or widens out the handle inside the head. It just makes a really tight fit, and you can see what I'm talking about here. We got a crack, and hey, that's just something I'm gonna have to live with now. If it breaks, I'll make another one. And I'm really not sure why I took this next step, but I took some metal banding. They use this to package or ship lumber. It's just scrap metal, and I wrapped it around one of the faces. I think I wanted it to like add more structure to the face, or I don't know. So now we have a metal band on our mallet. To test it, I smacked it against an anvil, and like I said, this wood is extremely hard. As you can see here, there's hardly even a ding in there. So this is a very sturdy mallet, but that's about all it's got going for it. It works. It doesn't look great, but it's an okay mallet.